So then, in today's video, we will be going through the final lot of predictions at the 2024-25 World Darts Championship. The last 4 videos have been going through each quarter, so quarter 1 to 4, and now it is just last 16 all the way to the final. Starting off with the first lot then, Luke Humphries against James Wade. I've gone Luke Humphries. I know James Wade is a good player, and it will be a tough test for Luke Humphries to get past James Wade in the last 16, but I've gone for Luke Humphries. Stephen Bunting, Mike De Decker. I know Mike De Decker won the World Grand Prix. That was set format, but I just like the fact that Bunting has that, you know, winner say die attitude, never feel that he's beat, so I think Bunting wins that one. Luke Littler against Danny Noppert. I mean, again, it's probably a harder run to the final this year for Luke Littler compared to last year with some of the challenges he may face throughout the tournament. But I'm going to go Luke Littler to beat Danny Noppert. Again, Noppert not in the best of form. Luke Littler in incredible form, so I'm going to go Littler to beat Noppert. And then Rob Cross against Martin Lukeman, a repeat of the Grand Slam quarterfinal or last 16. No, quarterfinal, I think it was. Rob Cross, Lukeman. Again, it's going to be a tough game because Martin Lukeman will make it hard for Rob Cross. You know, we've seen Martin Lukeman beat some very good players this year, and I think Rob Cross will obviously know that, and especially after losing to Lukeman at the Grand Slam, he's going to be aware, but I think that Rob Cross beats Martin Lukeman. Second half of last 16 predictions then, I've got Michael Smith against Josh Rock, and I've gone for Josh Rock to beat Michael Smith. I think if you look at both players right now, who's more capable of winning this darts match, I've gone Josh Rock. Again, I feel like he's about to explode at one point on the darting scene and, you know, really go to a semi-final or final of a major, and I've got him to beat Michael Smith. An all-Welsh game in this last 16 tie between Johnny Clayton and Gerwyn Price. Yes, I've gone Gezi Price. Again, I know there's an inch or a bit of bias in this one, but I'm going to go Gezi Price to get past Johnny Clayton. The penultimate last 16 tie then is Michael Van Gerwen against Gary Anderson. I mean, talk about an incredible last 16 tie at the Ali Pali. And I've gone Gary Anderson. I think, obviously, Michael will be favourite going into this one, but slightly. But I think Gary Anderson turns Michael Van Gerwen over. He already beat him at the Grand Slam, yes, in, you know, first to five leg format, which is obviously very quick format, but I've got Gary Anderson to beat Van Gerwen. And then the last 16 is Ricky Evans against Martin Schindler, and I've gone for the wall, Martin Schindler to beat Ricky Evans. But for Ricky Evans to get to a last 16 is absolutely insane to him, and obviously he would be much appreciated with that. Let's have a look at the quarterfinals and see what I've predicted for the last 8. So then, quarterfinal 1, I've gone with Luke Humphries, obviously against Stephen Bunting, and I've gone for cool hand Luke Humphries to beat Stephen Bunting. As I mentioned in the last one against James Wade, I think Humphries has just got that fire in his belly, and it's just Luke Humphries, one of the best players in the world right now, if not the best. I think he beats Stephen Bunting. Again, Bunting will make it difficult. He'll make it a tough game for Humphries, but I think he wins in the end. Luke Littler, Rob Cross, again, same thing. Number 4 and number 5 in the world. You know, it literally could go either way. Obviously, Littler beat Cross at the semi-finals last year. This time it's a round earlier in the quarterfinals, and I've gone for Luke Littler to win that one. Again, it's pretty much the same thing as Humphries. Totally better player, totally better form, and they've just got so many levels to reach. Penultimate quarterfinal then is Josh Rock against Gerwyn Price. I've done it again, guys. I've gone Gezi Price to get to the semi-finals of the World Darts Championship. Is that deluded, or is it just a bit of biased? Basically, I think it's a bit of both. But I think that Gezi Price, over this format, would have the upper edge over Josh Rock. He's been here before. He knows how to, you know, articulate his way through a quarterfinal at the World Championship. I think Gezi wins. And then the final quarterfinal is Gary Anderson against Martin Schindler. And again, I've gone Gary Anderson. The form says it's his tournament. The bookies are saying he's up there with, you know, the top 3 or 4 to win this tournament. So I've got to go for Gary Anderson to beat Martin Schindler. Let's have a look at my semi-final predictions. So then, with the way the draw and the seeding works out, Luke Humphries will play Luke Littler in semi-final number 1. Now, the way I call this is I can't. You know, I really can't call Luke Humphries versus Littler. Again, it's literally, in terms of the form guide, number 1 against number 2. You know, both of these were in the world final last year. And probably one of the best world finals you'll ever see, unless they play each other again in a world final. But I think going into this, obviously Humphries will have more of a pressure because he's here to defend his title. Luke Littler will be looking to go one better from last year and obviously win the Sid Waddell Trophy. But I've gone cool hand. I don't want this to all be the Luke Littler show. I've gone Luke Humphries. I think he's the better player. I think he's more composed and he's won it. You know, he has that thing of winning the world title. And let's not forget, he whitewashed Scott Williams in the semi-finals last year. So, you know, again, he knows how to quickly get into a final from a semi-final. I've gone Humphries. Gerwyn Price, Gary Anderson. Now, I was thinking, what do I do? Do I go Price? Do I just say Price is going to get to the final? No, I've stuck with my head. I've not gone with my heart. Gary Anderson. Gerwyn Price loses to Gary Anderson in the semi-final. Again, I just think Gary is in a ridiculous place right now. The form is up there with one of the best, or the form is up there with Humphries and Littler as the best in the world right now. Gary is doing so well. He had that incredible game against Luke Littler at the Grand Slam, which was absolutely outrageous as well. Really good game, that one. So again, for me, I'm gonna go Gary. I'm gonna go Gary to beat Gezi. I think what a run this will be for Gezi getting to the semi-finals, by the way. You know, he's not really kicked on since he won the world title. But yeah, I'm going to go for Gary Anderson. Let's have a look at the final. Yeah, there was only one winner, guys. There was only one winner. Luke Humphries against Gary Anderson as the not the William Hill, as the Paddy Power World Darts Championship. And I've gone for Luke Humphries to beat Gary Anderson in the final and to retain his title. Luke Humphries will retain his World Darts Championship title in my predictions. And again, what a run for Gary Anderson. By the way, if Gary Anderson gets to the final of the World Championships, he has got every chance in this world that he can win it. Because again, he's been there, you know, four times maybe. Obviously, he's won it twice. Got to the final against Price and lost it, and he might have gone to another one. Oh yeah, he got to the final against A.D. Lewis, didn't he? So yeah, 4 world finals. He's won 2 out of the 4. I think if he gets to the final, there's a chance, but I've gone Luke Humphries. Let me know your thoughts down below on who you think wins the 2025 World Darts Championship. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, following, all of that good stuff, and I'll keep you up to date with all of the latest predictions, previews, reactions to the World Darts Championship and all the news in between. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.